Welcome back, everybody. We are still busy with integers, and today we're just going to solve a few problems with integers. Okay, so I'm sure you've wondered. You've got all the rules. I hope you've written them down and you know them. But now I'm sure you wondered, what about square numbers and cube numbers, right? So when a negative number is squared, the result is a positive number, right? For example, minus 4 square will then be equal to minus 4 minus 4. So you can see it's two negative numbers. So because of the rule, the answer will be positive. Now, this is a general thing that you must remember. Square numbers are always positive. Just think for a second. Yes, it's right? Because it will either be two positive numbers or it will be two negative numbers. And we know our rules. Two negatives will always be a positive and two positives will always be a positive. But now there's just something that you must remember. Note that minus 4 square and minus 4 square will give us different answers. Let's look at this. Minus 4 square will give us 16, right? Because it is minus 4 times minus 4. But minus 4 square without the brackets will mean minus 4 times 4, and that will give us a minus 16. So what is the thing that we must remember? The minus sign is only squared when it is inside a bracket. So if you think you're not sure about this, please pause and go over these examples again. Right. Now then, what about a cube number? Now I'm sure some of you can work this one out without me having to tell you. So when a negative integer is cubed, the result is a negative number, right? Because now it is minus 4 times 3. So here we've got a minus 4 times a minus 4, which will give us a positive, but then a positive times a negative, that will give us a negative. So cube numbers keep the sign of the cube root. So if that is a minus, the sign will be, and your answer will also be a minus. Now here's a little example. Gugu says that minus 3 cubed is smaller than minus 5 square. Is she correct? Now I want you to stop and see if you can do this for yourself. Okay, so let's go over this slowly. Minus 3 times minus 3 times minus 3. Two positives, two minus will be a positive and a minus will give us a negative. Remember, it keeps the sign of the cube root, so that is minus 27. But minus 5 square, remember, it's not in a bracket, so it's minus 5 times 5, so it is minus 25. So minus 27 is less than 25, so Gugu is correct. Please make sure that you understand this is a very important concept to understand an inner bracket and if it's not in a bracket. Okay, so let's do something on your own, so you can stop this and then I see you after you've tried it yourself. The temperature one winter night is minus 3. Remember, in a word sum, you always have your pen ready and you write all the important information. The temperature one winter night is minus 3 degrees Celsius. But in the morning, now I see it's not here, but in the morning it is, say for example, 10 degrees Celsius. By how much did the temperature rise? So it was minus 3. Now remember your timeline if you're not sure. So it was -1, -2, -3 in the night. And in the morning, it is 10 degrees. So here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So they ask us by how much did the temperature rise. So we have to count from -3 to 0 and then another 10. So the temperature rose by 13 degrees Celsius. Congratulations if you've got that one correct. The daytime temperature was recorded as 3 degrees Celsius. During the night, it dropped by 4 degrees Celsius. So it dropped by 4 degrees Celsius. What is the temperature in the morning? So you can stop and do it on your own, and then I see you again on the other side. So it was recorded as 3 and it dropped by 4. So remember your timeline. It was recorded as 3 degrees. It dropped by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what was the temperature in the morning? -1 degrees Celsius. Well done if you've got that one correct. Let's do another one. The highest recorded temperature on Earth is 58 degrees Celsius. And the lowest recorded temperature on Earth is -89 degrees Celsius. What is the difference between the highest and the lowest temperatures? Now I want you to pause and to work it out for yourself, and then we see if you're correct. Okay, so we've got 58, and then it dropped all the way to -89 degrees Celsius. So to get from 58 to 0, and then from 0 to -89, so what do? We're going to add them together, right? So the difference is 147 degrees Celsius. Got it? Right. So this is just two very easy ones, just to make sure that you get this concept. Which temperature is lower? 0 degrees Celsius or -10 degrees Celsius? Remember, lower we go left. So think of your timeline. Which one is lower? -10 degrees Celsius. Yes. And -5 or -8? Which one is lower? -8 degrees Celsius. Well done if you've got this correct. And thank you for attending this lesson, and then I'll see you next time.